Did you know that each Australian household wastes more than 4 kilograms of food per week? That is a massive problem for our landfills. Sharka started her business Donutwaste at the beginning of 2021. Since the start of her business, she has saved over 58 tons of coffee grounds. Sharka says that there's a huge difference between putting organic waste into landfill and composting them, for several reasons.
The number one would be methane, the creation of methane in landfills, and generally when organic matter goes to landfill, that's how methane is created. Methane is a gas which is much more harmful and potent in global warming and warming up our planet than carbon dioxide, about 28 or 26 times, but that's over the 100th period we're looking at, but now we should be looking at least a 20-year window, which is around 84, 86 times more potent than carbon dioxide. So that's number one. Number two is we have the most depleted soils in the world, in Australia, so saving organic matter, food waste, food scraps, coffee grounds is a no-brainer. We need to make really nutritious, good soil, and that's the way to do it. And number three is waste of resource. So there are other things you can use coffee grounds for. There was a recent research about adding them to concrete, but you can make things like soaps, coffee scraps, fertilizers, compost. So just the waste of the resource, that's a really bad thing of anything putting to landfill.
With her van, she drives around the northern suburbs of Perth and collects coffee grounds from cafes, schools and offices.
The research shows that we need a systemic approach to this climate crisis. So not just the government, not just the businesses, the big corporations, but also the community coming together. And here in Australia especially, I think we've shown examples where the community were the driver of the change when it comes to plastic bans or other things. So I think we all have a role to play, and you can all decide what to do. And I decided to start a business, but you can decide to just support a business and get on board with your local organization. Or how you vote is actually one of the best ways you can influence our politics and our environment.
After collecting the coffee grounds bins, they get dropped off at community gardens or farms like here in the Swan Valley to be added to rich compost. The National Food Waste Strategy was launched in 2017 and aims to halve the food waste by 2030. This is a first step, but more needs to be done.
I think governments need to step in and ban organics going to landfill. That's number one thing I would do immediately, because it is a valuable resource and it should not be burned and it should not be put in a big hole with other things. It should be saved and made into a resource such as compost or other things. So it needs to be also set up that the landfill is more expensive option, and again it comes with many other challenges, but it's just about having the right environment for the businesses to do the right thing.
A different area that Donutwaste focuses on are sustainability workshops. About 15 people will immerse into the world of composting today at the Eco Education Centre in Canning River. One of these interested people is Kim. She has been a recycler for years and wants to improve her family's reusing and recycling of their waste at home.
You know, I was already doing the really kind of basic recycling, using the recycling bins, separating. So I've always been one to collect things and take pens to office works and batteries and the basic things that people tend to know about. So I wanted to learn a bit more about other things that I didn't know where they needed to go, but I didn't want to put them in landfill.
For Sharka, these workshops are not only about education, but more about inspiring people.
A lot of people feel like they can't make a difference, it doesn't matter what they do, their actions have no significance results, but I'm showing them with my example that since I've been doing this, I have removed tons and tons of coffee grounds and thousands of clips and hessian bags, and I saved so much from landfill. It's about the resilience and doing the right thing all over and over, and we can all make a difference in some way.